Hey yo! Hey yo! Make sure you stay tuned the fuck in, yo. Fucious TV, you heard me? It's the realest shit, man. It's the realest shit that you're gonna see, you feel me? North Carolina's own. Bring that shit home, boy. You already. Dynamite, the vigilante.
I remember waiting on a Monday for that 40 click. Niggas couldn't take it when out hanging, now they ornaments. All that loud talking, nigga handled like an ordinance. Niggas end up missing, they can't GPS's coordinates.
Let the people know who you got on Fucious TV right now.
Fucious TV, live with your boy, Real Dynamite, aka the Flying Saucer, aka the Vigilante, you already know. Prince of Carolina, the throne of Carolina, you feel me? And here live in Raleigh, North Carolina, the capital, 919.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, that's what it is, man. This is a big interview for me, man, because, you know, you had shit on lock, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Talk to the people about, you know, where you from and stuff, man, and how is it growing up in, you know, Raleigh?
Okay, I'm from the R, by way of Nightdale. I've been in North Carolina since '92. I started my music passion started in Spring Forest Apartments. You know, Raleigh is real, you feel me? Like, I also grew up in Nightdale, went to East Wake High. That's where I started receiving, that's where I started like a lot of my successes in the music business.
Okay. Going
to school there, and it's just been a steady grind. All the time. I've been a prominent artist in Raleigh and in North Carolina since 2002.
Damn.
Since 2002. So
how old was you when you first, you know, rapped or wrote your first rhymes?
All right, so I started rapping at the age of 6. I remember I saw Crisscross on TV, and like I saw him, and it wasn't like, at the time, like I didn't like it because like I felt like it should have been me. But at the time I had never even like thought about doing music, but just seeing 2 young people up there, you know what I'm saying, like shining, you know what I'm saying, I didn't know how to take it because it was like it ignited something. And my pop saw it, you know what I'm saying, in me. He saw the reaction, and he was like, you know, like, if you feel like you could do it, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that type of individual. You feel me? Like, if you see something, if you see it's possible, and you see it as something that you want to achieve, then you do it. And you know what I'm saying? If you feel like you want to do it better, then do it better. And ever since that day, you know, that was just my passion. And first him, my cousin Snipe, my uncle Brooklyn, you know, they would sit down, they would write bars for us all the time. My pops used to bring us in the hood. We used to be out in Durham.
Yeah.
You
from the south side of Raleigh, or is it the north side?
I'm from the all side of Raleigh.
Okay. Okay.
I'm from the all side, man. I've been everywhere, man. North side, south side, man. I got ties and lineage everywhere.
Yeah.
In Raleigh, you feel me? Like, there's no place in the art that I can't go and that I don't go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person that just be like, you know what I'm saying, I could go everywhere. Like, I really, you know what I'm saying, like, I really got ties. You know what I'm saying? I got family like everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere in Raleigh, you know what I'm saying? And there's no place that I don't go in Raleigh. There's no place. From the tops to the bottoms, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Quarter Street, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Hitman. That's my dog, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, that's my fam. And today, you know what I'm saying, in the present tense, you know what I'm saying, I spend time at the Sky House when I want to chill. So I could go anywhere in Raleigh. Okay. When I say anywhere, I mean anywhere.
Anywhere.
From the sewers to the rooftops.
Yeah.
You feel me? I could go anywhere. So, but yeah, so I started doing music, me and my cousins, And my pops got locked up. My pops and my uncle got locked up. So when I was around the age of 8, I started writing my own lyrics. Okay. And from then,
it's been on.
It's just been consistent growth. You feel me? It's just been consistent growth. I had my first song on the radio was "I Can't Live Without You."
How old was you around that time when it first hit? Cause you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, that was yeah. My first song was on the radio. I was it was the end of my 8th grade year.
Okay.
And like in between that time, I had been like doing shows, opening up for every major artist that then came through North Carolina. I done opened up for. I done had the honor to open up for Biggie.
Wow, bro, that's dope.
You feel me? I was there. I remember sitting on the side of the stage, and it wasn't just Biggie. There was Biggie, the whole Junior Mafia, Lil Kim, because this was when Get Money song was popping.
So that was right, what, 96? Nah, no. About 96, 97. He died in 97, so yeah. That's what's up.
And you know, just being everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just always being a part of North Carolina rap from the beginning. The beginning. You know, I was there in the Ritz when 200 and Shook the Crook was out there. You feel me? I was there then. You know what I'm saying? When back when I represent Raleigh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was there back then. You feel me? So, and they know. You know what I'm saying? It's a mutual respect thing with everything. Shout out to Shook the Crook. I got a song with me, Shook the Crook, A-Cash, and Shice Vader, called As Real As It Gets. It's on Shice Vader's new project called I believe it's called Dark Light, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, like, but yeah, I had my first song on the radio called I Can't Live Without You, and this dropped in like 2002, 2003. Definitely 2002. Maybe the end of 2000. Yeah, the end of 2001 is when it was first broken on the radio.
Yeah.
And it had the Jeffrey Osborne sample. I can't live without you.
Okay.
Oh, bam. That song becomes the #1 requested song, K97.5.
Wow, that shit gave you confidence, for real. Like,
I mean, it has confidence. It was solidification to what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Confidence was already there because I was doing it. You feel me? I had already had the Source magazine write up that summer prior to that when I was in middle school, and matter of fact, P. Diddy was on the cover. It was I believe it was the September 2001 issue. Diddy was on the cover. It's a big article about young artists, because Lil Romeo and Lil Bow Wow was like super mega stars back then. So they was just writing an article about all the youth that was in the potential buzz line back then. Yeah. And lo and behold, Mr. Young Real, Lil Real, Real Dynamite. You feel me?
Prince of Carolina.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so when I Can't Live Without You blew, it was like immediate. It was immediate bubble. It was immediate bubble. And so I'm going to school, going to East Wake High. I'm performing at all the clubs, like in the whole 919 area, high schools, teen parties, clubs. I'm in the studio back to school. I'm performing at homecomings for other schools, my homecomings. So and it was crazy. Like, I was getting booked for shows out of state. I was really touring off of that record, like really, really touring off of that record. I did Women's Empowerment, Summer Jam. I did shows in Hawaii. I got booked for shows in Rotterdam, Amsterdam. I was all over.
That's it, bro. Because I was just about to ask you, like, what's some of the places you've done shows at? You know what I'm saying?
And here, like every major, like the Ritz, Lincoln Theater, the Dorton Arena. I don't know if it's still called that, but that's the one at NC State where the hockey team used to play at. And the RBC Center.
Yeah.
Performed there plenty times. Did many summer jams and different radio events. So that was popping. And the next year, I came out with the song 24 Inches.
Okay.
And it was like the same reaction. It was there, you know, like the fan base was already there because it was my peers, you know, and they kept up from, you know, and I just kept making, you know, the songs that they could relate to, you know, just kept giving them a new sound, and I just kept being there. I was like, I had no choice because it wasn't like I was taken away from my environment, you know what I'm saying? The studio that I recorded at is right around the corner from the damn St. Aug store. I could walk to Oakwood, you feel me? So that's where I'm spending my time at, you know, me and my dog Marley, who's DY little brother, may he rest in peace. You know, that we was young, you know. We would teach each other how to engineer, how to record, how to set up stuff in the studio, everything.
Okay.
Like my spring breaks, summer vacations, holiday vacations, a lot of them wasn't spent like doing family shit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my like weekends, family vacation, spring breaks and stuff like that. I ain't go to prom.
Straight grinding.
Yeah, I was always in the studio.
No.
I was in the studio. Like it would be me, Marley, you know what I'm saying? And we'd just lock in. You know, DY will be at the club, you know what I'm saying, DJing or whatever.
Yeah.
My pops would be out taking care of business or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything was come to check on, make sure we working and stuff like that. But we was in there grinding, you know what I'm saying? Just mastering the whole craft of making music. You know, like to the point where we could go in and not depend on nobody. To the point where we ain't even need each other there. You know what I'm saying? If he was asleep, I could record myself. If I was asleep, he could record himself. So, but we taught each other. You know what I'm saying? We taught each other how to mix down our own projects.
Okay.
And just learning, just standing there, just mastering the craft. And then, you know, we young, so, you know what I'm saying, the people that we go to school with, the people that we hang around, you know what I'm saying, that's still the same people that we spend time with. You feel me? Okay. This was way before the social media age. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it was hard? It's harder. It was harder back then to.
I mean,
you had to work more. Cause now you could just be at home and just see some shit.
You definitely had to do more legwork,
face to face.
But it was more like raw interaction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your friends was your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Type of shit. You feel me? Like now you got damn 10,000 friends and you don't know fucking.
None of them bitches.
950 of them in person, you know what I'm saying? But you know how that go.
No. You know? to me though, you know, I feel like you really got your break when you had that Energized song and I'ma Do It. What was that time like for you? You know,
at the time, like being, even though I remain independent, to be that prevalent in a mainstream market, being independent, you know what I'm saying? Because North Carolina was untapped. So, and I had the biggest records. Anytime that I dropped, I had the biggest records in North Carolina. Anytime. My spins was up there with the top dogs every time. And
Petey Pablo was done by the time you got on.
Yeah. Petey Pablo, yeah, because he was he was a little bit like before me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was already like big when my first record was popping.
Yeah.
He was already big. I think he was almost on his second album, I think.
Okay.
So, what was it? Oh yeah, so Khaled. So like when you that relevant, you know what I'm saying? Like you in there with these different, you know what I'm saying, A&Rs, executives, DJs, producers, you know, different artists, like you in these circles. And you know, the circle that I was in, you know what I'm saying, circle that where Hazardous Records that my pops and DY put together, you know, we was in there, you know what I'm saying, we had the talent, I had the music, you feel me, so, and it was just adults having dope conversation and dope agreements, and you know, just really having the same vision. You feel me? Because Khaled, the first time when I met Khaled, it was all love. Pulled up to the studio, tour bus in the parking lot. You feel me? He came in the studio. He was chopping it up with DY, and I remember like the same way that you could hear him on tracks. And this is like when he was popping, the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like all the ad-libs and shit like that. So like you realize that that's not ad-libs.
Yeah.
It's not. Like he's really like that. Like and it's real, like because it's genuine. You feel me? Like if you genuinely like fuck with a record, if you genuinely like fuck with you or whatever he fucks with, you feel me? Like it's how he expresses it, and it's dope. I fuck with it, and I fuck with Khaled to the max. And came in, listened to the record, and did his one too. Feel me? Gave me a nickname, called me Super Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? Called himself Super Dynamite. You know, it was lit, and that was big. That was big. Like that shit was big. That was
I remember having that in high school, bro.
Fuck, biggest nigga ever. Nigga.
Yeah.
Big. That's big. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? That's big. Yeah, that was real big. So, bro showed mad love. We had did a couple shows together, like on like a promo tour.
Yeah.
And I think one time we had did a show in Charlotte. And Ace Hood, I believe this is when Ace Hood had the record with Trey Songz. Ride or Die.
Okay, right. Yeah, I remember that shit. Ride or Die.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get this paper, and you ain't gotta wait for me to bring it back home to you. Yeah. That's one. But so he was doing that record. I was performing the record that I had with Khaled, and then the next day, they hit our peoples up again. Was like, yo, bro, fuck with the track. You know what I'm saying? He want to put a 16 on it. Like, shit, that's lit. That's what's up. That's what's up. So it was like, damn.
What year was that? That was like.
This was 08.
Oh wait, okay.
This was 2008.
Okay. So.
Damn.
You know, you got in a little situation. You feel me? a lot of people want to know exactly what happened between that, you know what I'm saying, with that situation. Because this is like your first time really talking about it, and you know,
Facts.
People like to look at things on the outside looking in and don't really know about the situation. They're just going off what they see in headlines.
Yeah.
Instead of you know, going to the actual person and, you know, seeing how it is from their point of view.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, you know, I could, you know, it's certain details that, you know what I'm saying, I can't discuss type shit, but as far as, you know, like, as far as it being, like, made out to be like a beef situation, won't ever no beef type shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It won't that, it was a situation that just went way left.
Way left.
That ain't have to, that shouldn't have. You feel me? Like, it ain't nothing. That shit don't earn no stripes. That shit don't fucking earn no rewards. No gratitude, no nothing. You don't get nothing out of that. You feel me? Like, that's not how that shit is. That shit was a mistake on some real shit.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't even supposed to happen. But, you know, I mean, as far as me, on my end, you feel me, like, I did my time for, you know what I'm saying, not saying shit.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, my pop's locked up right now with a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no trial situation where nobody had to figure nothing out. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
It was a fucked up situation. It was no bad. And, you know, shit, maybe I could have been home, and maybe 5 years ago or 6 years, I've been out 2 years now, so 7 years ago I could have been said something back then, but
yeah,
that's not me. So I'll sit back and do my 5.
So you did 5 in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that ain't no good question. I was about to ask you, how was that in there?
I mean, that is a good question. That is a good question.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah, how was it?
That's a great question.
In jail for you?
That shit was, first of all, life is based on experiences. You know what I'm saying? And the measure of experiences can only be measured by the depths. Your highs can only be measured by your depths, and your depths can only be measured by your highs. So you can never know how high you get until you get as low as you can possibly go. And that just helps you understand yourself and life, period.
Yeah.
As long as you can wake up the next day, you feel me, and somehow come up from your lowest point, then, you know what I'm saying, then it's an experience. So I don't look at it like of course I wish it's something that I didn't have to do, but, you know, it was definitely like an experience that I learned a lot from about myself.
Yeah. Because
I had a lot of self-time. You feel me? Like when I did. Out of my 5 years, I might have did. Let me see. Like at least like 22 months in solitary confinement. I did 18 months straight. 18 months. Down 72 and a halves. That's Monday, you were out for 30 minutes. Wednesday, you were out for 30 minutes. Friday, you out for 30 minutes.
Damn, bro. I couldn't be in that bitch, man. I couldn't be in that
That's
bitch.
it. You feel me? But I learned so much. I might have read probably like.
Is it hard looking back at that situation because
Hell no.
you was at the top, you know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
It's not.
See, cause like, life is based on perspective. You feel me? Life is based on perspective. If you on the 0 flow and you looking up and your vision only take you up to the 10th flow and you see a nigga on the 9th flow, you gonna be like, damn, that nigga at the top. But that nigga on the 9th flow looking up to the 100th flow, like, nigga, I'm still on my way up.
Damn, that's cold. That's real.
You feel me? So at the time, like, even though I understood the level of success that I had and I understood where I was at, you feel me? So I was in those signs, you feel me? Ready to go. Not even 14 days before my first official release date of my single under a major label. Not even 14 days, bro. You feel me? On my 22nd birthday.
On your 22nd birthday.
Facts. So it was like.
That's crazy. That's wild though. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, so it was like everything. You know, like when you in there, there's nothing that you can do about it.
Yeah.
For one, there's nothing you can do about it. You ain't got no bond, and your bond don't say nothing. You can't make, I don't give a fuck what bondsman you got, he can't make 10, 20, 5, no percent of no bond. You can't make no percent of that. So when you see that and you know that, then you know that you're sitting in there. So it's automatically a mind changer thing. Cause you're not in no way trying to even think of a way to really get out besides maybe through the legal system.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But if you know what I'm saying, okay, yeah, hey, you could do this and go home or not go home, then it's like, well, what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, then it's kind of, you just playing a waiting game. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of playing a waiting game and shit.
Okay.
Trying to, the first while you just waiting for offers. You feel me? Waiting for offers to go down, come at you with crazy numbers and shit. You know, that's when you really got to. That's when it really starts. Cause when you got charges like that, like it's a whole different. It's a different procedure.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even if you not the main person that they after, if you just a part of it in any part of the picture, you know what I'm saying, you're going through a whole different procedure. You know what I'm saying? Once you in there, you know what I'm saying, it's different fighting a situation. A legal matter, especially a big legal matter from the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different fighting when you outside and you got freedom to fight it from outside. But when you in there, it's a different ballgame.
It's a different ballgame.
It's a way different